So, people, welcome to another interesting package on this channel. This is Karikatalk podcast, and this is the home of insightful conversations and stories. Of course, my name is Karikatalk. Thank you for joining us this wonderful moment. Yes, we are diving straight into the world of event hosting and public speaking. And of course, my guest today, he is a renowned and of course a reputable MC and public speaker in this great country, Nigeria. So it's going to be an interesting time. This is not just a mic holder, but it's someone who actually understand the crafts. Welcome to the show once again. And my guest is not a person than Dari Kolawole, popularly called MC Dre. MC Dre, how are you doing?
Good afternoon, good day, my host. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm so honored as well.
Yeah, so
to
honored.
be on the show. You are looking
course.
beautiful. You are looking good.
I usually tell people that it's just a combination of Ajiagbon and aloe vera. I'm sure you can try that. It's
right.
very helpful. Now let's get to know, for people who do not know MC Dre, who is MC Dre?
All right. Thank you for having me once again. My name is Dari Kolawole, also known on stage as MC Dre, with the signature your delightful host. Over the years, I started as an instructor, a phonics and diction instructor over the years, and from there, I moved to the stage, to the center stage, which is the spotlight, where I deliver premium service to my clients over the years. I'm also a consultant on phonics and diction, and I'm also a realtor during the week. Then at weekends, we get to the stage and we get the work done.
Such a very huge task you've put ahead of. Are you able to combine all these together?
I may be able to. How I was able to combine that was.
Which one seems to be taking much of your time?
I think event hosting is taking a lot of time now, because you need to put in the work, you need to put in the training, because every day comes with a new challenge, and you have to keep evolving, you have to keep upgrading, and you have to keep delivering to actually be at the center. Most of the times during the week, there are lesser events, even though we have events virtually every day now.
Every day?
Almost every day, like Mondays to Sundays, there are events. But the peak period is between Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So my Monday to Thursday, I use that for teaching. I use that for inspection. I use that to talk about properties and market and the rest. Yes.
So let's talk about the crafts. Event hosting. What differentiates an ordinary mic holder from a professional MC? I'm sure when you see a professional MC, forget about the dress sense, forget about the presentation, everything goes a long way. If I may ask, what differentiates the two?
All right. Over the years, while I was growing up, I used to see some good speakers, eloquent speakers, to be an MC. And which is part of the criteria to be an MC.
You must be eloquent.
Yes, but in recent times, we have now noticed that we have realized that this thing has become a profession. That is a skill that could be acquired, that you have to be trained on the job for you to be able to deliver excellently. Even though it could be a talent, yes, it could be a talent, but along the journey, along the way, it can be refined.
Yeah, it can
be refined that you have to maybe possibly take some courses, intern with people that have gone ahead, and so many things to do along the way. By that, you know what to say and what not to say, and you know the event flow and how you are going to put everything into the right perspective, and also everything has to go with personal branding as well. So the way you are going to be perceived has to do with your personal branding. So when we put all of this together in all encompassing, you bring it to the point that this is a professional one, and this is a professional MC, and this is just somebody that is just speaking.
You're just starting.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, that's interesting. Now, another interesting part I would like to know. I've seen a lot of spontaneous MCs,
Okay.
and I've seen a lot of scripted MCs.
Okay.
Now, how will you identify yourself in this regard, and what do you have to say about these two factors?
Okay. I actually noticed while I was growing up as well that in those eras, in those years, we have the advent of comedians holding the mic. So for any big event or any event happening, those are comedians.
Yeah, you're
that,
very correct.
Yes,
At the point, it was
at the
more
point,
of
comedian.
comedians. You must be a comedian
Exactly.
before you can before you can hold mics in
And
most events.
those days, people want to laugh and they
Yes,
enjoy
they
those
only
periods
wanted to
too.
laugh in their own way.
But
Yes.
suddenly, some years back, we just realized that the game is changing. We don't usually have comedians, even though we have comedians that can double as an MC.
Of
There are
course.
many of them, professional ones.
Of course.
There is Sako, there's Damola, and many of them like that could be a stand-up comedian and as well be a very professional master of ceremony. But now coming to this age or some years back, we now realize that it's more of an MC, even though you can't crack a joke, but you can deliver the job. If you can deliver the job, I think you can have the job. They'll call you to come and anchor an event. Unlike comedians, and comedians are doing great. They're doing fantastically well. So, but now we have like people that can deliver without being a comedian. So I think
that's a very good one. Now let's look at feedbacks that we often get from feedback that we get often from clients.
From clients,
Sometimes it might not be encouraging. I'm sure you must have witnessed one or two.
Okay.
So how do you react to such criticism, and when it happens, and how do you handle such? I'm sure some of our young ones will have something to pick from there.
Okay, I so much love this question. During my early years, while getting my feet together on the job, there was an event I hosted it was through a planner. So after the event, the planner gave a feedback to a colleague of mine that I did well, and on the other hand, that I spoke too much of Yoruba at the event. I was a linguistics graduate, so which makes that I'm fluent in English, but the feedback got to me so much that I was not like, what has happened? So now, what I did was I watched the videos of the event, and I realized that the Yoruba I spoke was supposed to be for the audience generally.
Because you perhaps you had a mixed audience.
Exactly, yes.
Which was expected.
And based on my knowledge of effective communication, you can't just throw off your guests like that because you can speak well. No, you have to bring them so that when you speak to them, they respond back. But at the same vein, and I realized that what the planner was saying is that during the games and during this audience engagement, it could have been much more better that he has to come out in English, that's the language that everyone will understand. Because now when you put out such content on the internet, it's not only Yoruba speakers or listeners that will see and watch. So we have to create a room, or we create a medium that everybody will understand you. And by that, you have more reach, you have more clients that will get back to you. So handling feedback has to go in this direction, that you have to watch yourself inward and see what you have done wrong and adjust. There are sometimes some feedbacks are not necessary because some clients just give feedbacks, but just take it as the way it is and go and do an analysis. You can share with colleagues, you can share with friends. Yeah, you can share with friends that, please, what's your perspective of this? Where am I wrong here? By the time you take 2 or 3 professional judge on that, you'll do well.
So let's talk about money back now. How lucrative?
Money back. Wow.
How creative is this job and
Okay.
event hosting? Do you think is enough for someone to hold on to in
Hmm.
Nigeria?
Okay. Event is so big now. There was one.
Event hosting to be
Yes, yes.
particular.
I want
Yeah,
to
that's
start from
okay.
events generally. Events has been an huge industry now, very huge one that everybody has a take in it on it now. So coming to our own industry, coming to our own part, event hosting has been highly lucrative. Now, how is it lucrative? It depends on because Nigerians or people generally, or let me start from Nigerians. Nigerians are not afraid to stage an event, and some Nigerians too have money to spend on events. So now, for you to get it well, for you to be paid well, it has to go with your personal branding. It has to go with the way clients,
Hmm.
audience perceive you. When they perceive you right, they'll pay you well.
Wow.
They'll pay you well. So it's good. It's lucrative. Yeah.
I'm highly impressed that a lot of the young ones coming up will agree with us that event industry has actually become so big in
Yeah.
Nigeria that a lot of people are making a living and out of this industry. If you want to advise someone who's just coming up into the industry, what would be your advice?
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. I like this too. In some days to come, I've actually put some trainings together, which
Okay.
is a training for MCs and event vendors.
MCs and event
And event
vendors.
vendors.
Okay,
So
whether into event hosting
when
or
I
not,
yes,
they can also
yes, you have
okay,
something to learn. You have
okay,
something to learn
okay,
because we have a number of speakers that are doing very well in the industry, the likes of MC Eula, Lord ATM, Julius Blake, and
mhm,
myself. We're going to be talking about the rudiments
okay.
and the standard way of hosting events. And one of the some of the focus on that training will be how to get more bookings, how to negotiate well, and then how to intern. Then you will have the opportunity to intern with some of these people I've mentioned,
Some of these
because one
renowned
of the
MCs, okay.
advantages of this job is that you have somebody to hold you by your hand
No
and
one,
take you through the journey.
no one's
It's
denying that you
faster.
learn every day in
Yes,
every
it's
job. Yes.
faster. It's faster. So by that, you will do better. So um, sometimes it can be a spark that, oh, I love the way this person is speaking. I want to be an MC too. But it's going to be a good advantage for you if you have been able to learn along the journey. So it's going to be happening on the 16th of February,
February.
16th of February, and as I've said, I will be there. We're going to be talking about a lot of things. Then you have the ability to network with
With other
other
event
vendors,
vendors and the
MCs, and the
rest.
likes.
So
So
obviously, it's a place that everyone's supposed to be
yeah,
because the networking has a lot to do with that network in this present time.
yeah.
So it has been a whole lot of time, and of course, I appreciate your time with us. Very
Thank
short,
you.
but of course, very, very, very insightful. If I may ask, I'll be able to get that brand. You know, you often refer to as delightful
Host.
hosts.
Yes.
How come you be able to get that brand? And I
Okay.
know it's growing very, very fast, I must say.
Yeah. Yes. That's the signature. Most of the times when I'm on stage, I love it to bring smile to people's faces at stage, because I don't want to host an event and everything is boring. But we want to add delight. We want to make the event
Will you call
so
yourself a
delightful.
comedian, or
Uh,
how do you change your event
I'm not a
to a very
stand-up
funny one?
comedian, but
Okay,
as an MC over the
yeah,
years, I've been able to pick from this to be able to deliver.
you've worked on your sense of
Yes, worked
humor.
on myself. I've evolved so
Sense of
that you know
humor.
that
Okay,
okay, this one, if I throw it, it's going to work out well. Then people will be able to have some good laughs and the likes. So and with that, it's good.
so
Then
very
there's a lot of activities happening now. We call
okay.
them games.
Okay,
So even
games.
with games, you will do a lot. It's just that some MCs have bastardized this. They
Okay,
overdo them on stage. The The center stage is not a gaming ground, but at least moderation and
Moderation,
balance.
definitely, so that I don't turn the entire
Yeah,
thing. Then the
exactly.
advent of hype men and an
Yeah,
event. Now, those days we weren't used to seeing hype men
hype
coming
man.
around. They have their own show
Now they
separately.
are bringing
But
club
nowadays,
to the
now
party now.
it's a different
Different
ball game
vibe, different
entirely.
vibe, different vibe.
Most MCs are now working on themselves,
Yeah,
becoming.
exactly.
So can you
Yes.
hype as well?
Yes, I can. I can. I have to have to go and learn
All
this
those
because most of these hype men they will chase you away from the market. So
so you
that's
need
the
to
place
just
of evolving, as I've said. That's the place of
yeah, evolving.
upgrading. That's the
Yes.
place of personal improvement. So
Mhm.
you have
Mhm.
to go as the
Mhm.
trend is going.
Mhm. Mhm.
In years to come, we might not be having this anymore.
Yes,
We might not
definitely.
be having this anymore, but this is what the market demands of us. So we have to give it out.
Thank you very much, MC Dre. It has
Thank
been a
you so
whole lot of
much.
interesting time with you, and I must confess that I really appreciate. Thank you for calling, and it has, I'd wanted it to come all this while, but I know you could be very busy. But
Yeah.
Adi, I'm super happy that you finally made it.
Thank you so,
Thank you
so
so
much
much.
for having me. God bless you.
And of course, dear viewers, thank you for joining us. Don't forget that we always do this on this channel. We bring those insightful stories, we bring those interesting conversations that will wow you. That I can tell you. My name is Karikatalk. I'll see you in the next video.